Hey there, YouTube. This is Mr. Budget coming with a premium deck profile. This is a throwback to yesteryear for me. So this is my Amon DI build, but I added because of what came to light a few days ago. They brought Legion back to standard. So I thought, what Legion decks do I have? What could be viable in the current meta since everything's kind of open now due to our last ban list and seeing how Worlds is over now. So I thought maybe this would be a good opportunity to see what this deck can do. So I've been doing a little bit of testing here and there with it. After this video, I'm probably do a little bit more testing with it. Maybe I'll tweak it a little bit afterwards. But so this is a Mon Legion. So just for reference, when you do go into the Legion for a Mon, because of the Legion rules, the Legion leader, which is not a Mon, would be the one who controls the critical output of the Legion attack, but Amon can add all his additional power to the Legion leader to give those criticals more oomph. So unfortunately, you won't be able to add Amon's all additional extra crit plus drive to the Legion leader, but you will be able to give all the additional power that he will be getting to the attack, just not the additional drive or the additional crit. But not to say that the Legion leader does not gain crit, he does, and I'll get to that in the video, but just to keep that in mind. And also, when you do Legion, because it's not riding, you do not get an imaginary gift for legioning with this version of Amon. So, without further ado, with that disclaimer over, we're playing 4 copies of Demon Royal Marquis Amon, V version. He has the auto ability that you can put 1 card from your board, drop zone in hand into the soul, and then for every card that you put from those different zones, your opponent must choose 2 cards from those zones and put them into their respective soul. If they do not, Amon gets +1 drive. So it becomes triple drive. And then he has the ability during your turn, Vanguard or Rearguard, he'll gain 5k power for every 6 cards in your soul. If he's on the Vanguard circle, he'll get plus 10k power instead. And then in addition to that, on your turn, constant ability as well. For every 6 cards in your opponent's soul, he'll gain +1 crit. So that's what I was talking about earlier. When you Legion with him, the +1 crit does not get added to the Legion attack. Only his power does. And his Legion leader is Amon's leader, Astaroth. Astaroth has the unique ability to Legion with Amon, Demon World Marquis Amon. Any version of him. He also has the ability, when this card is in Legion, for every 10 cards in your soul, he gains +1 crit. So it's not hard to get him to having 20 cards in his soul and getting him to +3 crit. In addition to that, having Amon bumping that number way out of proportion. Then he also has the ability that whenever a rearguard is retired using one of your Vanguard's abilities, you may soul charge 3 cards. That ability is never going to happen because the old school Amon had the ability to suck in one of your rear guards and pop one of your opponent's rear guards. So that's kind of how it played off in the past. But the new Amon does not have the ability to retire rear guards, only move them to the soul. So those are our only grade 3s in the deck. We are not playing the reverse because the deck does not call for it. For grade 2s, we're playing 4 copies of Amon's follower, Soul Sucker. I do not know why they gave it that American name. Very sus. Has the ability when this unit is ridden upon by a card with Amon, you may soul charge 3 cards. Rearguard ability, when it attacks, you may counterblast 1, soul charge 1. This unit will gain 5,000 power, and then at the end of the battle, it will move itself into the soul, and then you can draw 1 card. This is also draw ability. We are also playing 4 copies of Amon's follower, Ron Ginley. Ron has the ability, when placed, you may soul charge 1 card, and then your opponent has the opportunity to move 1 card from their rearguard circle or hand into the soul. If they do not, you get to soul charge again. And then he has he has a constant ability during your turn, Vanguard or Rearguard. If your opponent's soul has 6 or more cards in it, he'll gain plus 10k shield and 10k power. That's even operable on your opponent's side of words. That's even operable on your opponent's turn. So I misspoke earlier. This is a constant skill for both sides. If there are 6 or more cards in your opponent's soul, he becomes a 15k shield and a 19k beater. Last, we're playing 4 copies of Covetous Succubus V. For those who don't know, again, I'm going to go over this pretty fast. Constant ability. If your soul has 10 or more cards in it, she gets additional 5k shield. Then if there are 15 or more cards, she gets another 10k shield. She gets 10k shield instead of 5k shield. So she's another 15k 50k Interceptor, Guardian, if you have 10 or more cards, which is not hard to do. Then she has the ability when this unit attacks once per turn. You may choose one of your other rear guards, move it to the soul. If there are 6 or more cards in your soul, countercharge 1. If there are 10 or more, draw 2 cards, move 1 card from your hand to your soul. This is a good way to filter cards into your soul that you want into your soul. Not only that, but drawing cards as well, and countercharging. Okay, that's all of our grade 2s. Going into our grade 1s, we're playing 4 copies of Amon's follower, Fu Gilling. Fu is always going to be a staple in any DI deck. He has the ability Vanguard or Rearguard once per turn. Not a hard one per turn, but this is a soft once per turn, similar to the Covetous. Move a card from your hand into your soul and draw 1 card. And then your opponent moves 1 card from their hand into their soul, and they may draw 1 card. So that way you're getting to that 6th soul that you need on your opponent's side of the board to start doing your skills. Then he also has the auto ability at the beginning of your battle phase. You may soul charge 1 card. If your soul has 10 or more cards in it, you may give a unit on your board plus 5,000 power. So this is another way to give your units some type of power, or you can give some stuff making him a 13k booster or a 13k beater. Next, we're playing 4 copies of Amon's follower, Acrylus Blow. Again, another name they got to change. This card has the ability on the Vanguard circle. When placed, you can look at the top 7 cards, reveal a grade 3 or higher card with Amon in its card name, and put it into your hand. So this is a way for you to search out your grade 3s. Then on Rearguard, he has the ability to rest himself. For every card in your soul, you give one of your units with Amon in its card name plus 1,000. That way, they can get some numbers. So you can give it to any card with Amon. There's a lot of them in this deck, so you won't have to worry. Finally, for grade 1, we're playing 4 copies of Serpent Charmer. He has the ability Darkness. For those who don't know what Darkness is, whenever a card goes into your soul, that's their keyword for DI. It then activates for the rest of the turn. Not hard to do. Darkness, if your soul has 10 or more cards in it, this unit becomes a 9k booster, getting plus 2k power. Then at the end of the turn, you may retire him. Choose up to 13 cards in your soul, return them to your deck. Any cards, doesn't matter, triggers, number units, whatever. Choose up to 13 cards in your soul, return them to your deck, shuffle your deck, and draw 1 card. You may only activate that skill if there is only one of him on the board. Do keep that in mind. Okay, that's all of our grade 1s. Again, going into our grade 0s, our starter, I like to use the Devil in the Shadows. Normal V starter, when something rides on top of it, you may draw 1 card. If you're going second, you may reveal a Messiah, gain a Guardian Shield ticket. Same as any other V starter. We're also playing 1 copy of the Magnet Assassin. This card allows us to get more multi-attack out of the deck. There are cards that can put them back in. And then when you go into your battle step, not battle phase, battle step, he sees this, and then he triggers his ability to call himself out of the soul. If there are 10 or more cards in the soul when he is called out, he gains 5,000 power. If there are 15 or more, he'll gain another 10,000 power, making him a 20k booster or attacker by himself. So that is the main deck. Going into the trigger lineup, we are definitely playing the Dark States OT. You all should know what it does now. We're playing 3 Stride Crit, 4 Sentinel Crit, 4 Stand Trigger, Effect Stand Trigger. Monochrome Nightmare has the ability, Generation Break 1. You may, on Rearguard, return it to the deck. If your soul has 6 or more cards in it, countercharge 1. Soul charge 1, and then if there are 10 or more cards, then you may draw 1 card. So this is a draw, soul charge, and counter charge all in 1 card. And then we're playing 4 copies of the grade 3 Hill, just for low defense. So that is the entirety of the main deck. Going into the G Zone, we're playing 1 copy of Ringleader of Uproar, Givivis. Hard name to pronounce. Again, I'm sorry about that. He has the ability when he attacks, he may counterblast 1. Soul charge 5 cards. For every trigger soul charge, you draw 1 card. For every normal unit soul charge, your opponent must guard with that many cards from their hand when guarding him. We're playing a Flip Fodder. This is a really old school card. This is Great Demon Soulless Damagul. Again, we're never really going to go into them. This used to be a really, really good high staple back in the day because DI liked to soul charge a bunch of cards. But we're never really going to do that much. Well, we are still charging a bunch of cards, but you're never really going to go into him because numbers matter now. We're playing 1 copy of Forfax. Four effects here is gonna be treated like your divine skill. You're not gonna go into four effects until you know you're gonna kill your opponent. Because the cost for four effects is that when your grade 3 unit is done attacking, you may counterblast 1 and discard 5 cards from your hand. There's no way to get that number down lower as of right now, and it's a big cost to Superior Stride him. And then if your deck has 13 or less cards, send up to 3 triggers from your soul back to your deck and shuffle your deck. It allows you to get a second Vanguard attack, but at a very high cost. So if you do not kill your opponent that turn, your hand is gonna suffer for it. We're also playing 2 copies of Balam. Balam is our quad dry checker, and he also has a unique ability that when you're at GB2, your opponent cannot guard with grade 1s or higher for the turn. But most PGs are draw PGs these days, so no one's really using grade 1 PGs, but that's why it's an old school card. It's back in Gear. Also has the ability that when you counterblast 1 and Persona flip him, you can retire a unit off your opponent's board, gain that unit's current power level, and then for every card facing a G zone, you may soul charge 2 cards. This is a way to massively soul charge cards at will. We're playing 4 copies of One Who Splits the Darkness, Blader Mouse. Blader Mouse is here only to reflush our deck. If we're out of Serpent Charmers, if we're out of Legion targets, or whatever the case being, he has the ability on attack, Darkness, counterblast 1, Persona flip him, choose 2 cards from your hand, move them to the soul, send all grade 0s from your board and in your soul to your deck, shuffle the deck. He will, after battle, stand drive -2. This is only to reflood your deck so you do not deck yourself out. We're playing 1 False Dark Wings, simple skill. When you use her, soul charge 2 cards, 5k to the shield. We're playing 2 copies of Rebellious Storm Princess, Nilajabis. So this is your saving grace. Her ability is counterblast 1. For every 10 cards in your soul, you choose one of your opponent's rare cards and negate a crit. So 20 cards in soul, you negate 2 units, 30, 3, so on and so forth. This is similar to the Grand Blue one and the Genesis one that negs crits as well, but she only negs 1 unit for every 10 cards in your soul. And finally, for that control matchup, we're playing 1 copy of Nighttime Gentleman, Saint James, German, whatever his name is. Ability: if you have 10 cards in your soul, he gets 10k. When it's unit battle, at the end of the battle, Yep, there goes right. 10 cards in soul, he gets 10k to the shield. 15 cards in your soul, he gives everything on your board resist, even your Vanguard. So, good way to defend yourself if your opponent has in-battle retire abilities and things of that nature. This is a Protect 1 deck. Keep that in mind. You really don't want to go Protect 2. There's no reason because most of your units are not going to stay on the board anyway. So, that is the Amon deck in a nutshell. If you guys want to see this deck in action, please leave a like, comment down below. Let me know that you guys want to see that video in the future, and I will get that video out as soon as possible. But if you liked what you saw, again, like, comment, subscribe. Doing that allows us to grow the channel. We are at 213 subscribers right now. I will be adding a new card game to the channel. Stay tuned for that. Once I learn how to play the card game, I will definitely get those videos out to you. But until then, this has been Mr. Budget saying, keep it fun, keep it budget, keep it fun, keep it friendly, and as always, keep it budget. And we'll see you guys here next time. Peace.